here.
Chore Log number 12.
That is right. Chore Log number 12 is finally here, and we are getting close to being all done with farming 15 and moving on to farm 17. So today will actually be part 2 of our Field of Dreams that we started, gosh, it was probably a month ago, and I didn't mean to let all that time slip away, but we've been so busy with all of our projects here. We're going to jump into our trusty old pickup truck and get going down to the main farmyard where we've got all of our tractors waiting. So if you remember, in Chore Log number 11, we were working on extending one of our fields, and we never did get in there and finish up that project. We've been back in to do some farming, but never got back over there to take out the rest of those trees. So on a recent chore, and are we going to skip the chickens, by the way? You haven't gotten the eggs in a while. Probably better get those, huh?
Yeah.
In a recent live stream, we ended up basically getting the help of several people to come in, and it was pretty awesome. We had, like, I forget, I think it was about 24 of those poplar trees to take down. And yeah, don't forget about the other house there. There you go, you're getting all them eggs. So we went ahead and got some extra help, and we went ahead and took down the 24 trees that we had left standing. And I decided to make a little time-lapse video of that. So while we're getting down and getting our tractors all warmed up, I am going to go ahead and show you that time-lapse video of us taking out all of those poplar trees. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse. It was quite a fun little project. It took us about 2 hours, so of course we got her crunched down into a whole lot faster, so you kind of see all them trees coming down. And the beast worked really good. We also ran the log truck, is actually what I was doing most of the time, and that was hauling the trees over and selling some at the logging area. Now, our money is not doing so great, but we do own all of the fields, and we do have a little bit of money coming in. We've still got some crops to take out and things like that before we get ready to sell our farm here next week. So basically what we're going to go ahead and do today is we're going to finish up our field project. I'm hoping we get to plant it. I don't know if that'll happen today or not, but the goal is to get the field, get those 3 fields combined, finish out the Field of Dreams, and then we'll try to get some crops put down on it for one last harvest on our new big field. So he's sitting over here in the Puma. We've got a planter. Now this is to be able to throw some grass down, kind of fix up where I'm going to go ahead and plow. So I'm going to jump into the trusty 8530 here, fire it up, and we've got everything working here. Now this tractor does do pretty good with this piece of equipment. It'd help if I had it hooked up, but sometimes it does wheelies when you hook it up, so hopefully we don't get any of that here. We've actually got to put on some of the weight. There we go. We'll get our weight on. So today it's acting pretty good. But this tractor and plow setup work really, really nice. It's a ripper, rather. All right, go ahead and follow me. Make sure you got your safeties on. Oh, we got Eden with the safety light infraction. One thing I like about this tractor, and we'll have to see, I'm sure somebody will port it over to 17, but we will possibly otherwise. It's just nice when you have these kind of tractors that you're actually, when you're in the cab, it's quieter. It's something I'm really hoping in Farm 17 we get with all vanilla tractors. And we are just about a week or so away now from Farm 17, and of course you're going to be able to catch tons and tons of all the farming action over on GunninGamerz at our Twitch channel, GunninGamerz Twitch, which is twitch.tv/GunninGamerz. We'll be starting in as soon as we get a copy. Did you, you're right behind me? Okay. So don't forget about all that. We do have on October 29th a 24-hour live stream where I'll be streaming Farm 17 for 24 hours. And I'm really hoping that all of you are able to come out and join us. 2 years ago when Farming 15 released, we were right here on Bjornholm. It was unbelievable. We had, you know, 500, 600, 700 plus people out during that 24 hours. It was such an epic event. One that I'll never forget, and we're really looking forward to see how things go this year. We'll also have plenty of videos coming out with Farm 17. I'm going to try to get some out hopefully in about 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm kind of hoping that sometime in the middle of November, maybe earlier if we can get our first Chore Log out. But I don't want to set a timeline on it because we do have a whole lot of things going on right now. Getting back to our field project, I'm going to go ahead and unfold our equipment here. I've got to get selected on the right thing here. Aiden, do you want to go up and grab the Fendt tractor that is hooked up to the other planter up in the yard?
Sure.
Now I gotta go ahead and hit O to create field, and we're already lowered, so hopefully, let's see. Okay, yep, we're creating field. This is good. So what I'm gonna do now that I know that I'm creating field is I'm gonna go ahead and we're not gonna worry about making her look too perfect with this thing, because that's why I brought that little grass planter down, is we'll use that to kind of clean up the edges. Just plow that right together. Just like that. Looks like I might need to go a little bit more up the top there. Alright, and he's bringing the big planter. Go ahead, and I know this looks kind of weird right now, but we're going to clean that up with the other planter. This setup works really, really wonderful. We use this a lot on our Galvin Farms map. Basically, that map, you start out with every field grass, and this setup, I mean, it was such a lifesaver.
May I help too?
Yeah, I'm going to have you helping in a second here with the grass. Do you know the other John Deere tractor we got up there? It's in the shed.
Your John Deere popper?
No, the big John Deere. We need to get that hooked up to a planter and bring that down here too. Alright, so the thing that you're going to want to remember is that when you're doing this job, you want to make sure that you don't drive outside of the area that I'm ringing in for you. Alright, we'll join these together here. So while we're working here, Aiden, what is your wish list for Farm 17? What kind of things are you hoping they do?
Well, I'm really hoping that they add all these tractors are in Farming 16 and
15?
yeah.
Yeah, they are, they're actually, I think we're going to get all of the tractors. Actually, yesterday they released a video of the whole garage tour. I know that we're getting a bunch of new tractors. It's just going to be great. I'm really liking what I see out of the vanilla map. They've talked a lot about modding. I mean, don't really want to sit there and get into all the details of the things we're getting with 17. I just want to remind folks that, you know, I've been seeing a lot of things on the forums saying it's just a reskin of 15, and that is really not true at all. I think, you know, they may be saying that because the graphics look similar, but they have supposedly improved the physics, and I'm sure the graphics have been tweaked and improved as well. But the main thing is the actual game itself. I mean, they are adding so many new features to the vanilla experience. And a lot of what we're getting are some of our favorite mods. They have incorporated them right into the vanilla experience. So many of the things in the last, like Farming 13 and Farming 15, the mods that we've felt like we've needed from day one, they're going to be built in to Farm 17. We're not going to have to go out and worry about that stuff. And that's just really wonderful. Some examples would be, of course, the manual ignition mod, and you know, I can't even think of all of them right now, but another one would be, it almost seems like certain aspects of soil mod are going to be vanilla right in Farm 17. In other words, we're going to have to plow the fields, I think, every 3 crop cycles. And, you know, there's just so much different things that are going to be the water mod. The water mod sounds like that's going to kind of be incorporated. We're going to actually have to do some things with watering, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really excited because we are, you know, less than 2 weeks away from getting our hands, well, I guess it's about 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm losing track of all my days, but it's not far away now. It's the week after next. All right, Aiden, well, I want you to come down here and finish this section here. Why don't you jump into this John Deere tractor? All right, Aiden's bringing me down the planter, and I'm going to have him finish up this job right here. So I'm going to jump out. Go ahead and switch tractors with me. Now, you want to make sure that you stay inside of the boundaries there, what we're trying to plow. All right, you're in that tractor. All you do is just drag that along. Just don't go outside the field, you know what I mean? So plow this road up right here. There you go. And just get that all done up real nice. I'm going to do a little detail work here. We've got to get selected off of our weight. There we go. Perfect. And I want to make sure that I'm on grass, which I am. And we're just going to kind of round this out. And that looks pretty good if you ask me. We'll get this one little strip over here. I guess it did get a little bit jaggedy. Yeah, when you get down to the end now, just turn around and go right back. Just don't go outside the field. Stay in the field. Yep, you got it. He's trying to be careful not to drive outside the field. And we did go ahead, and I know it was really late. I spoke of this in the last Chore Log. We got the improved field textures in. This is something I also hope Giants does do a little bit better in 17, is, you know, upping our field textures. From what I see in the videos, it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good from what I've seen, but the Farming 15 textures left a little bit to be desired. And of course, these right here are ones that somebody made. You got to get this strip over here. You're doing a little bit extra there, that's fine. But see where I'm driving right here, this strip of grass? Drive down and hit this next. Get that part finished. For some reason here, I gotta have to pick that thing up because we're drifting all over the place. Alright, let's drop that down, fire it up. It's just a lot easier to come back and do this over with the grass planter than it is to try to do nice detailed work with the other one. You know, having the big ripper behind the John Deere there. Alright, we'll pull that right over there. That is a nice tractor, by the way. I cannot wait to get some Fendt stuff in Farm 17. Alright, when you come back down, you gotta hit that last little grass strip. I don't think you're getting it all. You're kind of driving half on, half off. Then I gotta hit this side up here. So we're about half done here. It goes pretty quick with this machine. Look at that thing working. That tractor sounds so nice. Maybe I'll just run along. I could probably use the exercise anyway. Then you get down here, do a turn now. There you go. Turn around real nice. And you want to get back to it. Yeah, you can back up. Technically, in the real world, you wouldn't want to do that, but come back up. Back up and you gotta crank your wheel the other way. Oh, man. We'd have all kinds of bent metal on that machine. Crank, there you go. Oh, it didn't. Pull forward a little bit more. Alright, now come right down here. Come right down where I'm standing. And get this strip here. That's gotta all get plowed up. It's part of the road. Go ahead and hit her up. Forgot how beautiful that tractor is. Man, that thing is nice. I wish we could have had more time using it. We actually did have it in maybe like a year ago, but it had wither wheels and a few other things, and I went ahead, took those out, and did a couple others, just real minor changes to it. Got rid of the wither wheels, of course, and now we're using it again on our farm, and it's such a nice tractor. I think Galvin is the reason that we wanted to put it back in again. Alright, well, we got that finished up. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. Aiden did a good job there, and we're gonna lower our ripper here, and we're gonna take out this piece. Got a pretty nice straight line on that field there, so we'll have to kind of round that in. Actually, I kind of just did it. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. You see how that tears up the grass and the road and turns it all into a field. While we're doing this, I want to talk about some of the changes that'll be coming to GunninGamerz channel and our chore logs for Farming 17. It's been something that's been on my mind for quite some time. I've wanted to make some changes as far as how we do the chore logs, how they're done, and even somewhat the style that they're done. And one goal of mine is to definitely try, although it's been my style to do the long videos, I want to try to get my videos down to the 30 to 45 minutes. And if we're doing a special project and it's up to an hour, that's okay too. But I want to try and get my videos down to like the 30 minutes. I've been doing this with some of the other games lately. It makes it a lot easier to edit them. It makes it easier to get more content out to you. And it also makes it just generally easier to record the videos because of the fact that I won't always feel the need to have some massive project in order to make a chore log. Because a lot of the fun with farming is just some of the general stuff that you just do in here day to day. Feeding the animals and planting the crops and harvesting and sometimes getting a new piece of equipment. And all the other different things that you do in this game that are all part of the whole goal of, you know, watching your farm evolve over time. And so our chore logs are going to hopefully get a lot shorter, but they're also not going to always be done on the same map. I don't want to do them on the same map because it makes it really hard to always have a project lined up in order to do. And so one of the things that I'd like to do is to start out on the map that they give us and basically go from there. I think it's called Goldcrest Valley if I'm not mistaken. Basically, we're going to probably be on that map. First couple of chore logs, I imagine, however long that takes us. And then we're going to start doing chore logs throughout the other maps. We're going to start visiting different maps and doing different things on those maps. That's kind of what my plan is. Go ahead and finish up what I started there. Tear up all that grass in that road. Just make sure you stay within the field boundary there. Gee, this is done so well right here. I don't think I want to mess with that. That actually looks pretty good. I think I'll start right in here. Drop that down. And then we'll just kind of clean this up right here. So yeah, getting back to the chore logs. Aiden, you have a lot of fun filming these with me, and it's just sometimes hard with your busy schedule too, isn't it? He's so busy with school during the day, and heck, we started doing these when you were 3.5 years old. Can you believe that?
Yep.
No, you didn't have any school or anything to worry about then. We could just sit down in the middle of the day and say, oh, here's what we're going to do, and start recording. And now he's got school lined up, and sometimes even sports. What kind of sports do you do?
Well, I used to do flag football, but I still do it.
Did you retire? You retired from flag football?
No, but I still like it.
You took a nice wide swath, but you got one little strip you'll have to go back for. Want me to pop your tire with the chainsaw? Did you know they're adding zombies to Farm 17? Did I tell you that?
No.
They're putting zombies in the cornfields. So when you're out there by the cornfields, the zombies are going to come out of the cornfields. And they're going to eat the little farmer boys. Did you know that?
No. They would.
What do you think about that? And they're going to have scary clowns hiding in the bushes? Are you excited about that feature?
No. Maybe unless they add guns.
Oh man. That would actually probably make farming sell even more copies, you know? Be like Call of Duty with zombies and put some guns in here. Somebody should make a mod. Alright, you got that real nice. Alright, well, yeah, turn that way. You're doing good. I thought you were going to try to banker the other way. Come back now, and then you got 2 swaths over here. Just keep coming. You're doing good. So yeah, we want to be able to get a lot more content. My main focus with our chore logs is to always get more content. And that's something that I didn't get anywhere near close to my goal with Farm 15. It just didn't happen. We tried so hard, and of course we're trying to do so many other games, and you know, with moving last year, building this house and moving a year ago, actually it was a year ago today we started moving our first loads. It's just crazy. I'm so happy to be where we are now. We're starting to get things set up. We're still doing projects. I just added a new sound wall barrier between Aiden and I to help kind of cut down the pickup and the echo, and ended up paying like $150 for sound foam to be to be glued down, and we're still doing projects here, so it's an ongoing process, but we're getting ready for all the new videos that we've got coming. So yeah, we're gonna definitely be trying to get more videos out, and sometimes, like I said, we're gonna be jumping to different maps. I want to really showcase a lot of the different things that we do in farming, because sadly, probably 90% of the things that I did in farming never made it to YouTube. I mean, and this is why I always say, get Twitch. And even though we've been on Twitch for 2.5 years, I still get emails from people saying, you know, can you do more on YouTube? I don't have Twitch. And folks, I don't know how that's possible. If you have internet, you have Twitch. It kind of makes me laugh every time, because Twitch is free. It's free. Go over there. It is really the place to be. It's such a wonderful place. We've got such a great community over there. It's great because you get to interact directly with us, and I get to interact directly with all of you, and it's such a fun atmosphere to be doing all of our streams. And we did a lot. I definitely have no regrets on what we did do, or at least I don't have many regrets on what we got to do in Farm 15 on Twitch. But you know, here we are, and I look back at our chore logs and everything on YouTube and what we did on this map, and I was like, gosh, there's so much stuff I wish we could have gotten time to do, and I don't want it to be that way in Farm 17. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pack this thing up. Whoops. There, we got her. Watch that thing fold up. It's a beautiful piece of equipment. Look at that. Doesn't get as dirty, or maybe, I don't know. I think it gets dirty. It's got some dirt on it. I think it just gets slower, like, it gets dirty slower than the tractor, what I'm trying to say. different rate. Sometimes the mods are like that. We just took out electrical box. I cannot make that corner. Well, Aiden and I were just discussing it, and I think we're gonna go ahead and throw some crops down on there. I'm not even sure what we need at this point. I think anything with straw is good. I think anything that gives us straw will be good enough. So probably do wheat. The rumor is you get slightly bit more straw from wheat than you do barley. Of course, we could always check here and see. Oh yeah, see, we got a little bbit less wheat. We might as well throw some wheat down. Probably the last field that we ever plant. Whoa, I gotta be careful. This thing will roll. Oh, I almost don't want to get out of that tractor, but we're gonna need to get into the 9000 series to be able to pull the next load. Now, if you want, you can tab back to the Fendt tractor, and then I'll meet you down there. Okay, so I need to lower mine down here. There we go, now we're nice and low. Fire it up, and we should be putting some wheat down. We'll just double check, we're good to go. Look at that, nice textures. Alright, you go ahead and follow in, hopefully his is on. Whoop, back up. We got a problem. Okay, now we got his fired up. Go ahead and pull forward, it should be planting now. There we go, look at those nice textures. Something I wish would have, you know, put in a long time ago. And here's the area you can tell where there was trees. You should have this field knocked out pretty quick. Make sure you overlap though, okay? Don't leave any bare spots. You're doing good. Yeah, follow along just like you are. And there was the other field. This shouldn't take too long at all. Of course, now here I am missing. This is why I had him jump on the Amazon today, because it's a little bit easier for him to be able to back up when he has to back up. This thing here, you don't really have that option, which is fine. You should know how to drive, unlike me. And I should mention that that Amazon right there is being put in Farming 17. That's the 15,001, I think is the model. So they're going to be putting that back in, which is funny because it was in Farming 13. That's where I took it from. Kind of get this little corner here. There we go. All right, now we're planting. A little bit of an overhang there, but that's okay. Well, this thing is working its tail off to get up this hill. Always love it when you plow something up and then you come back over and you plant it when you combine fields. Such a nice looking site. We do have the GPS mod on here, but that doesn't really make much sense to use it in a field that's not straight back and forth. Never ever get tired of watching this setup here. I like fields like this. I used to be such a fan of the flat fields where you kind of, you know, just get out there and go back and forth. But after playing few of the other maps, and especially Galvin, I really have a new appreciation for a field like this. And there's another regret for you. I wish that we would have gotten this field and gotten it combined a lot earlier. I know as far back as nearly 2 years ago, when we were just getting started on this map, Lee and I saw this and said, you know, we should combine those fields. That'd be a really nice field. And, you know, it's just one of those things we never got around to doing. Well, I wanted to ask Aiden, what videos have you been watching a lot on YouTube lately?
I've been watching a lot of 7 days. Because I have to be prepared for that horde in 7 days.
Is there any specific YouTuber that you watch?
Yes.
Who?
Well, one is you and one is another guy.
Oh man. So you've been watching GunninGamerz do 7 days.
Yeah.
I think Aiden and his brothers maybe count for probably half the views, maybe? On 7 days, which hasn't been that many. I thought that the game would get a lot more traction, but it is in early access, and I think there's just a lot of people that don't know about it. We've certainly had a lot of fun, and we'll be doing more in the future. Unfortunately, we've got to take a little bit of a break because of some of the new games that are out right now, but we'll be back on it and getting some videos. We still got 2 more that are lined up to be recorded in the next probably week to 2 weeks. So there'll be 2 more coming. But yeah, it has been a lot of fun. And what else have I been doing? I don't know if you've been watching those videos. What else have I been doing a lot lately?
You've been doing a heck of a flight sim.
Yeah, a lot of flight sim. Do you enjoy watching those at all? I know your brothers do.
Yeah, my brother asked and he just loves airplanes.
Alright, I'm gonna just hold on a minute. I'm gonna come right through here so we don't run into each other. Whoop. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh. That was nice. Probably scratched our paint a little bit, but that's okay. I think you come down over here and that's it. We are done. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of flight sim. I hope everybody's been enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying learning a lot about flying, and it's something I've always wanted to do. And I'm so passionate about those videos and about the flight sim community in general. And so I want to also give a huge thank you to everybody that's been not only watching the videos, but giving them a like and obviously encouraging me to keep on trucking with them. I think that the air hauler program that we've been running and the flight sim, folks, if you haven't checked it out, I'm telling you, it is probably my favorite thing I've got installed on my PC right now. It is probably one of the most amazing things that I have had installed on my PC in the last decade, and I'm not even joking. I highly encourage you to go check out Air Hauler. It's in early access, but basically that program has blown my mind away. And it's so much fun. It's absolutely so much fun. So I look forward to doing a lot of those videos. And that's taking a lot of my time up too lately, but that's okay. Alright, why don't you follow me down here? I'm just going and checking your work here, son. It looks like you got her. You did a really good job. One little tiny spot. And that is barely even a miss spot. Look at that. You did a really good job.
You raise it up?
Yep. Yeah, come over here and we'll get her all fixed up. I'm gonna go ahead. I just want to check to make sure we got everything. So that field is done. Done. And I hope in 17 this little circle around us of renderable field, or whatever you want to call it, I hope that is stretched out immensely. And something else that I'm looking for in 17 is that this haze, I know there's a mod to remove that, and it actually looks quite amazing, but I really, really hope that the haze is removed. There we go, and now we're folding. And he is pulling up here. Look at that thing fold up. Whoops, such a beautiful piece of equipment. Alright. Why don't you stop right there? He's forgotten some of his keys, and I don't really remember. Oh, let's see. He'll have to get all edumacated again when we get 17. We'll get all his buttons and everything set up. There we go. Look at that thing fold up. Now this'll be in Farm 17, so I think this is gonna be one of the bigger pieces of equipment. Such a nice looking piece of equipment. 15 meter. Okay. You know what? Let's switch tractor. I want to jump in the old Fendt for one last little rip here, and you want to drive that John Deere and follow me?
Yeah, this tractor's meant for dirt.
Oh yeah, it's got them nice tracks. This thing here is such a awesome mod. I don't know what site it came from, but it's the Fendt 1050. It's all over the place. It is. I wish we could have had more time with this thing. It'll probably be carried over. It has like the little ground shake when you go down the road. You get off the beaten path here. It shakes a little bit more. You don't have to follow me, bud. You can stay on the road, go up to the farm. You drive through this field and it starts shaking the cab a little bit more. Adds a lot to the immersion. You got that big old unit trying to climb that hill. I might have to give you a push. Look at that thing go. Boy, that's a nice view you got there, isn't it? It's pulling quite a load. I'm passing you. I don't know what your horn sounds like, but this one's got a good one.
Sounds like
a train?
Well, kind of. It sounds like your GunninGamerz pickup truck.
Yeah, I know. I just got to speaking about trains. February, we have a really good one coming out. Train Sim World. There are so many games coming out the next few months, but we're going to be hammering on Train Sim World. I hope there's a multiplayer. Well, they said there is, so I guess I'll have to get 2 copies. When you come up here, I'll have you follow me here. This is a big test here and you're driving. Follow me around here. Whoop! Where are you going? What happened? Did you crash?
I almost did.
Yeah, that thing kind of pull you around. Follow me over here, real slow. Alright, what we're going to do is you're going to drive around like this.
Huh?
Come right out here. Whoop. I want you to pull right up here. Now here's a challenge. You got to get yourself centered because otherwise you'll run into this other unit. So go nice and slow. It's a little bit tricky. Parked it right there where I drove. You're kind of parking it on top of the scale. That's okay. Just pull up there. I actually got a... Oh, you're going to leave it right there? Pull it forward, you goof. Can't have our farm looking like that. It does get messy at times, but I remember how this used to be all grass and a couple trees in the vanilla version, and I knew right away, like, that has to be a yard. You gotta have a place to kind of park some equipment. Of course, this stuff all goes away in the sheds, but, you know, it works good when you're in the middle of a project or you're doing some planning and, you know, not having to put everything away all the time. I'm gonna move this thing over because I want to keep this all lined up. All right, we'll pull right up here. Whoop. And that will be good right there. Good enough. We'll shut her down. Look at that thing. Gets the job done. We got one tractor wasting fuel. I think it's this one. Oh, look at that. Look at all these beautiful tractors sitting here. Isn't that a good sight? Well, that's going to be the end of another Chore Log. We've got one more coming at you here before Farm 17. I know they're going to be kind of back-to-back, but Aiden, it's that time of the video. You got any other thoughts? Any last thoughts, rather?
Yeah, but all these tractors are really cool.
They are pretty awesome. It's just going to be a little bit sad to come in here and sell the farm next week. We're going to be selling the farm. We got to make some money, though. We're not doing so hot in the old bank account. We're in the positive. That's good. But we've got some last-minute things to take care of, and we'll have another video coming at you. I just can't believe we're at the tail end of Farming 15. It has been such a great journey. I want to thank all of you folks for coming out, watching these videos, supporting the channel like you have, coming to watch our Twitch streams over at twitch.tv/GunninGamerz, and following us over on Twitter. Very important. That way you know what's going on around here and when we're going live. With that being said, I hope you will leave us a comment down below. Make sure you hit that like button, and until next time, take care.